So now, the next thing that the Mishnah says is Ve'eno nichnas letoch divrei chavero. The Chacham does not interrupt the words of his fellow. Does not interrupt him. He listens as, let's say they're talking about something. Throughout the entire time that the other person is talking, it's irrelevant of if he's a bigger Chacham, or he's a fool, or he's a rabbi, or he's a student. It's irrelevant. Another person, the Chacham will let him finish what he says. He will never interrupt him. Even if what he says is wrong. The Chacham will not interrupt him. He listens without interrupting him, waiting courteously until the speaker finishes his point. And before refuting or commenting on what he says, this is according to the Rambam and Rabbeinu Yonah. Why? Why don't interrupt him? Today, that's how you win a debate. You interrupt everyone. They highlight people on TV that know how to win a debate by interrupting everyone. You see the two potential presidents, the two elites of the world, they don't let the other guy finish at all, not even one sentence. They have to yell at them, like two little kids. No, let her finish. No, let him finish. No, let her finish. What, you guys don't know anything? Read this Mishnah, not to interrupt people. But that's how I win the debate. If I interrupt him, if I let her talk, people are going to believe her. So that means you're full of it too then. Why are you so concerned about her finishing? Because maybe what she's saying is true. Why are you so concerned about him finishing? Oh, because maybe what he says is true. And if he finishes it, they're going to believe him. Because it's true. Oh, so what you're saying is not true then. So all you're trying to do is win the debate by confusing the audience. Not because your information is true. When one party interrupts the other, they're not interrupting because their information is true. They're interrupting because they fear the other party's information. And part of the reason why you subconsciously interrupt the other person is because you want to confuse them. You may not even realize that you're doing this, but when you're interrupting the other person, part of the reason is because you're trying to confuse their thoughts. Why? Because now they're talking, and you just jumped in the middle of the sentence. Of course, they're going to lose track of thought where they are because you're talking now. Now they not only focusing on talking, they're focusing on listening. Even if they don't want to listen to you, they have to listen to you. Why? Because you're talking. So it becomes very difficult. And the Torah says that a Chacham never does such a thing. A learned person never does such a thing. Why? First and foremost, if it's someone that is very upset. Let's say you have one of these people that's a lefty liberal, that doesn't like one of the things that's on the shoe. Oh, I got really offended when you said that the kippah is supposed to be big. My kippah is the size of a quarter, but it's very colorful. What's the problem? I was very offended that you said that my kippah is not good. One guy told me this. I was very offended. So a guy said, I want to talk to you. So I answered the question. Then he said, I want to talk more. And he sent me a Megillat Esther. So after that, I stopped answering. I don't have time to read Megillat Esther every day. But I let him vent a little bit. Why? A learned person, that's the job. Job is when you know the person is really talking to you, not because he has real information or truth, or he's even searching for the truth. Part of the reason of why he's so vocal is because he simply wants to vent. He has frustrations. Maybe he wasn't hugged as a child. Maybe he realizes that he's a fool. Maybe he realized that you're the one, you were referring to him when you talked about a rhinoceros, because he wears his tefillin over here. Maybe all these different things. He realizes he's the guy that you're talking about, indirectly, but you're talking about him. He's very upset. The Chacham will let him vent. Let him talk. Let him vent his feelings. And then talk back. After he finishes it. After he finishes it. Because sometimes there's certain types of people, I learned this from Rabbi Fine, there's certain types of people that it's mamash a mitzvah to listen to them. It's a mitzvah to listen to them. Not because it's wisdom. Everything they say is shtuyot. Everything they say is complete nonsense. But it's a mitzvah to listen to them. Why? No one else is going to do it. They have built up frustration. No one is listening to them for 5 years. No one wants to talk to them. No one wants to nothing. You want to do chesed? They want to tell you something? Listen to what they say. Not because it makes sense, not because you're going to learn anything. Just be the ear. You don't have to agree, you don't disagree, nothing. Just listen to what they're saying. Just be there. Just be there. It's a mitzvah. Don't do this all the time, obviously. But the point is some people have, they have a lot of frustration. They need to talk to somebody. And if they don't talk, it could be that they're going to die. It could be pikuach nefesh. Not a joke. Seriously, they have so much frustration in their hearts that if they don't get it out and somebody's not going to listen to them, they can die. It could be a mother, it could be a father, it could be a sister, a brother, a neighbor, a colleague, whatever. Some people have a lot of frustration. They need somebody to talk to. Now, if the guy talks nonstop all the time, don't worry about being here. There's no mitzvah over there. If the person you see, this person is, he doesn't talk much, or no one really ever wants to listen to him, or whatever it is, and you have 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes even to do chesed. Chesed is not money; it's free. Just go listen to him. Go listen to him. That's assuming you're not in the middle of learning. So sometimes with certain people, there's a chesed to do such a thing. But the key is to not debate them, just to listen. If you're gonna torture them by debating them and telling them everything they're saying is wrong, you're not helping them. So now, next thing is that it says an intellectual debate, whether it's with a colleague or a student or so on, if one person interrupts the other, what are they showing him really? First of all, it's unfair. Second of all, it's arrogant. To interrupt the other person and not let them finish. Why? First and foremost, you're already assuming that everything that's going to come out of their mouth is wrong. How do you know? You haven't heard everything. Yeah, but I knew where he was going. What, you a prophet? No, I used my common sense. But how do you know? You don't know for sure. You're guessing. Maybe. Maybe yes, maybe no. Maybe the way he thinks is differently the way you think. And at the end, he was going to get to the right answer. So interrupting him because you think you're right, already that shows that you have a lot of arrogance. Second of all, it's unfair. Maybe he needs to complete his thought. And a lot of times, I myself, I know, complete my thoughts through speaking. Many times, I have the chidush while I'm talking to you. I had a part of it at some other point, but while I'm talking, it's completed. So you interrupting him, you just stole his chidush. You just stole the completion of his point. And in Shemaim, they're going to judge you for that. A chidush did not come to the world because you don't know how to hold your patience. You don't know how to hold yourself. The next thing is that it shows that you dislike the person. Why? You have zero concern whatsoever for what they want to say. All you care about is yourself. Which shows that not only are you not a chacham, not only are you arrogant, not only are you selfish, but you also have a few other bad midot to go along with it, if that's not enough. Now this, if just we finished the Mishnah here, we're not even halfway or a third way done. If we just finished here, right here, and everyone applied what I just said, myself included, Mashiach would come. Why? There'd never be shlom bayit problems. There'd never be any problems at all. Why? Everyone would just listen to each other. Once you start listening to each other, all of a sudden the world starts to make sense. All of a sudden there's less arguments. All of a sudden you like each other more. All of a sudden you're noticing that they respect you more and you respect them more. All of a sudden the world around you changes. Why? Oh, that's what he said. Of course not. He's been trying to say for 20 years. You just never let the guy talk, me skin. One guy comes to a Rav and he says, Kvod Rav, I want to get a get. I can't take it. My wife is up to here. I need your help for the Rav, please. No, I don't want to make it too difficult. Do this. Don't convince me otherwise. I'm finished. 20 years of this woman, I know I'm going to Gan Eden. It says in the Gemara, bad wife, you don't see Petach Gehinom. You don't go to Gehinom if you're a bad wife. I think 20 years is already a bad life with a woman. That's enough. I don't need to do my whole life. The Rav says, okay, listen, just one last thing, please. Just for one last thing. No, for the one last thing, 30 days. Oh, okay, 30 days I'll do. Okay, 30 days. 30 days. 30 days. Hey, I'm going to go to my room. I'm going to get something special for you because I know you're serious. I'm going to get something special for you because I have to use the stuff I never taught you before. You know, we always want to talk about Kabbalah and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm going to give it to you. No problem. Oh, I want to get a divorce. He's teaching me Kabbalah now. It's good. The rabbi comes with a little container, a little small bottle of water. He says, this is special water. Now, you have to drink a small, tiny sip every day as soon as you enter the house. As soon as you enter the house, drink the sip. You know, that's it? No. Now that's it. That's half the battle. The other half is you're not allowed to swallow it for 3 minutes. What? It's going to clean my teeth. What's it going to... Don't ask. It's Kabbalah. Kabbalah. 3 minutes, hold the water in your mouth, and then swallow it. If it doesn't work after 30 days, no problem. I'll remind you about the get. No problem for the Rav. No problem. He takes the magic water. He goes home. He knows in 30 days he has a get or he has a magic trick. Whichever one comes first, same price. After 30 days, he comes with his wife. She both hand in hand. Ishtabach shimo la'ah, like they just got married. Oh, kapara alecha, kapara alech. You're the best. You're the wow. Ooh, little lovebirds, little doves. Kvod Rav, I don't know where you got this water. My husband is the best husband in the world, and I want to say it from the deepest heart. I'm telling you, Kvod Rav, you are a Kabbalist. You, Mekubal, Kvod Rav, we have to make lectures all over the world with your name, and you have to sell this water to people. People pay millions for this water, Kvod Rav. I'm telling you, my husband's a new man. The husband says, you know what, Kvod Rav, I never agreed with her for 20 years. Right now, I agree with her. I'm a new man. 20 years. Best wife in the world. I never understood. Wow, she's amazing. Please, Kvod Rav, let's start a business. We can make millions off of this. Tough economy. Bitcoin's up, Bitcoin's down. We got to do something. The Rav says, yes, it was Kabbalah. What Kabbalah? Kibalta it. You just took away my suggestion. What suggestion? I gave you a bottle of water that I filled up from the faucet. He goes, what do you mean? I filled it up the bottle from the faucet, regular water you get from the ground. So how did it work? He goes, no, nothing worked. All I knew is that you need to be quiet for 3 minutes. All I knew is that as soon as you got home, your wife needed to speak her mind. Miskena, she was dealing with the kids all day. Once climbing the walls, once climbing the beds, once climbing the roof. This one's breaking, that one's breaking. Our friends are enemies. This is that. All she wanted is somebody to hear Miskena what she has to say for 3 minutes. And you, don't let anybody talk. You want to talk all the time. I said, if you're quiet for 3 minutes, shlom bayit. So, if you have the water in your mouth, you're not speaking, so you have to hear her. Shlom bayit. Shlom bayit, Rabotai. Smart rabbi. That's a chacham. That's a chacham. So, here we see if people simply allowed each other to speak, life would change. Life would simply change. Avot Rabbi Natan says that, where do we learn this from? God himself. When Hashem told Avraham Avinu, Avraham, I'm going to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah. Avraham said, but Hashem, what if there's 50 tzaddikim? there's 50 tzaddikim, I won't destroy. What if there's 45? If there's 45, I won't destroy. What if there's 30? If there's 30, 25. Why didn't just Hashem just jump to the guy? Listen, Avraham, I love you and everything. Thank you very much. Is nothing there? I know, I saw. I'm God. I'm God. I don't need you to remember 50, 45. Nothing. Zero. Even Lot is safek. Even Lot I'm only saving because of you. He knows already Hashem. What Hashem needs is a... But Hashem, let Avraham talk. Hashem. It doesn't get better than that. Hashem, let Avraham talk. Why? You have to say something. If Hashem let Avraham talk, how come we don't let our rabbis talk? How come we don't let our parents talk? How come we don't let our wives or our husbands talk? Hashem, let Avraham talk. Doesn't get better than that. So here we understand that it's mamash. Listening is much more critical than speaking.